Yo, it's your boy OK. Everything is O. Stop your shit. So, motherfucker. That's that shit saying don't smoke you. So peep this. This shit's been bothering the shit out of me. So peep this. I want to read this to you. He said, I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell kids? One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship 'em dope, then they kill their brothers. Give 'em guns, step back, watch 'em kill each other. It's time to fight back, that's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. Yo, I got love for my brother. But we can never go nowhere unless we share it with each other. We gotta start to make the changes. Learn to see you as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. You heard this, man? Yo. And that's just how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he close to me? I love to go back to when we played with kids, but things change and that's the way it is. Fucking you kidding me? Yo, you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, yo, I don't even want to. I don't even want to look back to when this was wrote. I really don't, because y'all should have enough knowledge yourselves. Are you kidding me? Yo, so an old lady today, right? An elder lady. Well, while I was at work, I asked her age. All due respect, I know I shouldn't ask the age of a lady, not even an older woman, but I asked her age only because what she said to me. She said, "It's a shame the things that people were arguing and fighting over 30 years ago, they're still fighting and arguing over." You hear that from an elder woman? That's your grandma, that's your grandpa. Yo, that might even be your father and your mom's, if they aren't clouded. You hear what was told? The same thing you're arguing about now is the same thing that you've been arguing about for 30 years? Are you kidding me? Like, are you guys kidding me? What's up? What's up? This shit. I didn't realize how moved I was. And I'll confess. I'll blatantly admit right here, right? It'll be on wax. I'll blatantly admit. I didn't realize what a privilege was because of your skin color. And I didn't realize what being underprivileged was because of your skin color. Only because I was naive. I didn't want to see that. Like, it's really stupid to me. At the end of the day, if I'm being honest, the only people that look different are Asians. They got slanty eyes. Listen, my stepfather's Chinese. Ain't no racist shit. I'm being honest. If you strip away everybody of their skin color, what do you really got? What, a big nose? Big ears? Big eyes? Big lips? What do you got? A big dick? What do you got? Fat titties? You got a big clitoris? Like, what do you really have if you strip away skin color? You know, I didn't get the reason for oppression because of your skin color, because not only I didn't personally experience it. Like, yes, I've dealt with racism. Yes, I've gone to like Jewish neighborhoods in Williamsburg and I've seen how they treat me. How when I was trying to park in a parking spot, a guy pulled in the parking spot and my uncle was like, "Leave him alone." And when I looked to my right, there was a whole bunch of fucking big ass Jewish dudes like this ready to fuck me up. Yo, hold up. All right, I'm doing something. Bitch ass nigga. I love that man. But yo, honestly, you know, I've seen racism firsthand. I've witnessed it. I've witnessed what racism is. But I don't know what it is for like my parents' to tell me about it. You know, like my grandparents would tell me about situations where they couldn't go to a neighborhood because it used to be predominantly this color. I couldn't go there. They used to fuck us up. I hear stories and tales like that. Yo, it's a totally different story and tale when you can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere in your land that you were brought to and meant to be a native. That's what African Americans go through. Think about it. They're called African Americans. You know, like, like they identify themselves as African Americans or black. You have your West Indians, but for the most part, you think about it. The American ones are African Americans. Think about that. You strip that. You stripped a nation of people. You stripped a civilization of people. And I'm not gonna go ahead and bury a bad news, guys. African Americans sold African Americans to people for money. Like, people sold their own people for money. You can't be naive to that fact. Turn your back. Be like, no, that never happened to you. You're full of shit, man. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. There was somebody in your country that wanted money and said, fuck it. Slavery is in. I can sell them. He didn't care about well-being neither. It's not to say the fact, like, we need to stop these fucking bullshit traditions. This is nasty. This is really nasty. It's really getting under my skin. Like, I'm genuinely, like I said, it didn't affect me. Like, V always brings it up to me. V always makes me acknowledge the inequality of people. At the end of the day, you gotta remember something about us. We are minorities, and the powers that be, there ain't no fucking big, strong Hercules Puerto Rican black guy that is the man that everybody. No. Like, who do we look up to? Who is our moguls? The musicians, the artists. Is there a politician that somebody goes and says, yo, oh man, as a minority? Is there? If there is, then hit in the comments and you let me know. I'll follow them. If they really value our traditions and our values. You can't take people away from something and expect people not to evolve with what that thing is. Come on. People are made this way. I don't agree with the rioting, the looting. I don't agree with that shit at all. I don't. But I sure as hell don't agree with us getting treated like we're animals. Us getting treated like we should be in cages. Us not having civil liberties to be a human being. Do civil liberties coexist with being a human being? We gotta ask these questions. Like, can I be a human being and also have civil liberties? Because as a human being, you think about what we are. We should be allowed to roam the free earth. We can't. You can't go to China. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to Russia. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to do certain things. I don't think hurting people is ever part of the program. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, as far as I should be able to get on a fucking boat and just go somewhere and not need a goddamn passport or some type of identification. You know why we started having identification? Because we had to weed out and number off the people that were bad and put them in a stereotypical box. Don't fuck with that person. He's of that stereotype. He is that type of person. Are you kidding me? You fucking kidding me? When did we stop looking at each other as just a person and a human being? Yo, you bleed, right? So do I. The joke isn't maybe blue inside our skin, but when it comes out to the oxygen, it's always red. Come on, y'all niggas playing. And I know I gotta stop saying the N-word. I absolutely get it. But that's something that is my vice, which is, if anything, just a product of what I came from. But I can learn to drop that M-word. Not only because what it represents and everything, but off the fact that it's unnecessary. I think we all need to start opening our eyes to things that are unnecessary. Yo, looting is unnecessary. As necessary as it is, it's unnecessary. Because you got to walk past that house or that building or that structure that you broke the day before. You think you're going to feel proud about that? What are you going to feel proud about that? You broke a Macy's? Macy's got insurance. They pay for that shit. Macy's will fix that shit tomorrow. So the same way you felt when you broke something that it'll just get fixed tomorrow is the same way they feel. They don't really care. That's not how you make a stamp. And I appreciate the police officers that have come out this box and they have all said, yo, this ain't cool. How do you do this to people? This ain't right. You shouldn't treat us like this. We aren't animals. Yo, All the cops that are coming out, I salute you guys. But we've been going through this for years. Why y'all coming out now? You kind of don't look any better than a clout chaser. You kind of don't. So it's like I find myself at a standstill with everything and everybody to the point where it got me out of a creative space. Because how can I go ahead and put up a podcast or speak or talk some shit and I know, stop your shit. But how can you go ahead and represent that the right way when this world is going through some what we're going through right now, we haven't we've been through before. Yes, we had the Spanish flu, we had the Black Plague. We had famine before. We've dealt with people dying. I think it's been so long that we're not used to it. When's the last time we had mass people dying? Come on, think about it. What, the fucking Holocaust? And I'm talking about documented. Because in third world countries and other countries, people die all the time. But documented, we see. Come on, Hitler. Which conspiracy theorists still ask, did that really happen? I'm not here nor there for that, but it's just a fact. This happened before. We had the Great Depression. We went through a financial reconstruction because our whole economic system has broken down. But we have never, ever, 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 ever. 1865, the Emancipation Proclamation, December 24th, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it December 29th? I think it was either Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. Lincoln wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. Are you kidding me? And in that document, he didn't give black people, African American, he didn't give y'all land. He just said y'all was free. So y'all was free to walk around in a place that was unknown that you was brought to. Full of shit. Full of shit. It's garbage. It's garbage. Just like politicians having to do favors for one another. I got in my position because a person that has 1 million people following said he fucks with me. But I just found out he was a serial rapist. Do I drop him because the 1 million followers? Or do I drop him because it's my moral? You politicians really need to ask it. What's up with your goddamn moral? Even the people rioting and looting. Am I crooked? No, I ain't crooked. All right. Yo, what's good with your moral? What's good with the morale? Somebody wrongs you, right? Spite is a mindset. It's possible. But what's the other side of that coin besides spite? Do something so this don't happen again? Know better? Come on. Be better so this don't happen to somebody else? Come on. The easiest thing to do in the world is the wrong thing. The easiest thing to do in the world. It's so fucking easy to do the wrong thing. It's so easy for me to hurt you. It's so easy for me to harm you. It's so easy for me to say something bad to you. It's so easy to do these things. What about doing the fucking hard thing? What about turning around and saying, I'm not taking this no more. But I don't want to hurt people. And you guys that are rioting and looting, I agree with you. I just don't agree with the way you're doing it. I do believe that our nation and how we got here with Britain and Europe, same way. They beefed over the church or state. So they needed a new place of freedom. America is supposed to be the land of the free. What happened to our freedoms? Why must we place ourselves in boxes? We place ourselves in boxes when we give people authority over us. Not when we don't uphold the law or abide by the law, but when you do things the wrong way completely. There is a way to change structure. Structure changes all the time. We continuously keep changing the structure. But for the volume of numbers that we have with such big mouths, I think that we should be more empowered. There shouldn't be a Democrat or a Republic. There shouldn't. I get what the basis of what they were built on, and I get what the basis of a president, what it was built on, but I think at this point we've come too far in time in our nature to not understand all core values, all walks of life, all people's understandings on how they see things. You know, a person can't help it if his parents are fucking racist and they're KKK members, and all he knows all his life was fuck this person if they're not my skin color. Yo, he can't help that. But if you go to Rogan, there's a guy, he went ahead and he started talking to KKK members and started converting them. All it takes is a little bit of enlightenment. Tupac said, I may not be the mind that'll change the world, but I guarantee I will be the mind that sparks the mind that changes the world. I know it sounds like a fucking riddle, but it's not. It's straightforward. It's you could kill the messenger, but listen to the message. That's what that shit is. It's straightforward. You can't get no cleaner than that message. You know, unfortunately, a lot of people have been hurt. A lot of people have died. You know, it's only off of the fact, if we're being honest, the fact that nobody has anything else to do but witness these bad things happen. Because they've been happening for years, and where were you guys? Where was I? Where were we? Where? What, everybody wanted to come together and march now? What happened to Eric Garner? Come on. You know what happened to these lives that were... Come on, look at Malcolm X. His murder is still unsolved. What happened to the Biggies and the Pacs? You know, say what you want, say what you will. What happened to them? The Jam Master Jays. Why always in our culture everything goes unnoticed, or there's always a mystery behind it? Fuck you. Fuck you. And even when it's right on paper and it's black and white and it's seen for us, you're still going to give us a mystery? Why, if there was 4 officers that choked out George Floyd, why only one of them got arrested, the other 3? Why? Why did officers need a police presence at their house after this happened? Why? Why do they get a free pass, but if I put my knee on somebody's neck right now and somebody calls the cops because I killed somebody, I go to jail for murder and nobody hears my voice? Why? Why does it take us to riot and loot and act out of character and break our own shit for you guys to fucking listen to us? Why? Why does it take somebody that's a child, adolescent, to see the news and be so confused and so scared to walk to the store and to be a human being, to be a person, to interact with their neighbor? It's not bad enough that we got COVID and a person that is your best friend, you're not even able to embrace because this nature tells you not to. Now you guys, like, we all want to induce some shit that we don't even need. It's been here forever, but give me a break. Like, really, give me a break. Break me off a piece of that. Stop your shit. Y'all all need to stop your shit on this. Like, it's about time that we stop looking at skin color and stop looking at religion. Yes, values got us to the dance. Yes, growing up and learning not to kill and hurt somebody and hurt thy neighbor and rob that. Those values are fucking awesome. But there's one thing that's never taught in that value. Hate somebody that doesn't have the same values as you do. There's no religion in the world. There's no parent in the world. And if you do teach your child that, then you're just a monger of hate. Then you truly don't deserve to have a kid. If you're teaching your kid, the definition of love is to love one thing. Everybody needs to stop their shit. Everybody truthfully does. And I may not be a man of power to the point where I would get extremely hurt around the billions of people around the world. It's probably 20 minutes too long. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. Because it took me a really long time to succumb to myself to give this opinion. Because I don't know which way to sway. You know, just 3 weeks ago, I got driven home by police officers. If I was black, would that happen? I'm African, I'm Spanish, and I'm light-skinned. But if I was black, would that have happened? If they were black, would that have happened? Why do we even have circumstance? Right is right and wrong is wrong. If you get pulled over because you did something wrong, get your ticket and keep it moving. If you pull me over because you think I look suspect, you can suck my dick. And for that fucking person that doesn't get pulled over, that's riding around with a 9mm and he's the Oklahoma bomber because he didn't get stopped, then I think that's the nature of life, unfortunately. We should have been educated and planned for that beforehand. And I don't mean in the sense where you could always plan for a bombing, but you can raise people in the proper nurturing where maybe they won't have to feel like they have to do that. BTW, you know the Oklahoma bombing guy? You know, when he was a baby, he was taken away from his family. Yeah, do your homework. Yeah, every circumstance comes with a why. Every circumstance comes with a why. Our circumstance right now, there's a big why, and we all know it. So let's everybody stop your shit. Because it's your boy, okay. I think I got one more in me. I got one more round in me. I hope that honestly I get my message across to somebody to let them know they don't have to live in fear. Listen, things are the way they are right now, but it doesn't mean that you have to stop being who you want to be. Just because you can't perform, you can't be. I get there's certain walls, but there is no wall big enough that any human being has not yet climbed. And you got to understand that. Whether emotional, physical, mental, there is no wall that we cannot climb, and that is the reason why we rule the world. Not a dinosaur, not an insect, no. We, human beings, rule the world. Because for how ugly it gets, we have so much beautiful inside of us. And once everybody starts recognizing everybody else's beauty, we won't only have interracial babies, but we'll be able to have parties with everybody all around us, smelling funky, looking nasty, being fucked up. It doesn't matter. You're still a fucking human being, so how can we make it better? Yo, it's your boy, okay? Everything is O.K.